We all unmic and give Dora a big old Ric Flair on three. Y'all ready? One, two, three. Woo! Absolutely love you. Hey, my brother GA is up in the place, y'all. Christina, good to see you. Dora, thank you so much. You know what, Dora? Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I don't know if y'all was sleeping on these record stores. GA, she took me back. See, there was a place, there were two places. They was good too. So there used to be a Specs, y'all. Yeah, look it up for those of y'all who, your youngins. Look up Specs. Like, yo, it was so much fun. But where we really had fun, Dora, was there was a place on 163rd Street in Miami called Blue Notes. They were actually one of the few. COVID, I think, was the what really took them out, Dora. But there was still a record place store that you could go. I mean, I'm talking about celebrities, all types of people used to literally come in and just to try to like go there because you could all the little records that you couldn't find. But when you said something about that B side, ooh, that I felt that in my soul because I feel like, I've been letting folks online treat me like I'm a B side when I know good and well that I'm the A side. You feel me? I'm like, I know that I've been one of the few female athletic trainers to cover a national championship, to cover the last three Super Bowls that came to Miami, that covered five straight Orange Bowls. And I only stopped because I wanted to stop. But yet and still, I let folks come up here and play in my face and actually, sit up here and throw in all these extra caveats and treat me like I'm the B side when I love that you said that sometimes the B side is better than the A side. So listen, I'm just let you know I'm the A and the B side. And guess what? That B side show ain't weaker than the A side. Oh, I love that you took me back there when it came down to the record store. And anybody in here used to go to a record store too? But listen, y'all, listen. I got something good for you today. Something I've never talked about. I'm really truly allowing you back into a sports medicine training room and like the Wizard of Oz, letting you behind the curtain. What if there's one herb that could help you with stress, energy, and recovery? What would you say to that? Somebody on mic. What would you say about that?
That's still illegal in South Carolina.
Oh man, I love my brother from another mother. Listen, he said it's illegal. That's what it sounds like it's illegal, ain't it? It sounds like something that would be illegal. But here's the thing. There are substances that God has put on this great earth, y'all, called adaptogens. Woo-wee. What are you talking about? I'm glad that you asked. I am Shawnte Health Wells. I'm Mabel's granddaughter. Listen, I am a retired, nationally certified athletic trainer. I have been in the sports medicine industry probably longer than some of y'all been alive. But yeah. It's been a good 24 years. Listen, April 10th was my 24th birthday. GA in from the point of when they actually licensed your girl. You feel me? Listen, I need you to understand this. I am so excited about health. I am so excited that God gave me the gift of teaching because, see, here's the thing that a lot of people miss when they look at, Jesus and all of the greatness of who he was and how he went. Jesus was a great teacher. He really used parables. He gave specific, like, types of examples and things that were relatable for people. So I want to make things relatable to you because I think that there's so many people that get up and they just start talking and bumping their gums and speaking, about health and this, that, and the other. People wake up and talking about they want to be, just act like they're a health influencer. That's not who I am. Listen, I'm in a regulated profession. This is something you got to be licensed to do. So when I come to you in a very specific way because I understand that there are consequences and penalties around the things that I say. So I don't need 5011 caveats. So I'm going to say my disclaimer now. Listen, this is for educational purposes only. Please consult with your specific physician. We are not in a client patient, type of relationship here. These are for, educational, or as I like to say, heal utainment purposes only. Okay. And you can take it with a grain of salt. I'm not going to keep saying that caveat for the rest of my session. So just letting you know, you come on stage and keep want to throw them caveats in. I'm going to go on ahead and let you know how it goes down here in South Flow. All right. Anyways, adaptogens. Adaptogens. I just had to get that disclaimer out, y'all, because I felt a kind of way last week. Anyways, stress and fatigue. You're talking about super duper at physical resilience. I don't know about y'all. Who here could benefit from a little more stamina? You use an emoji. Me, okay, me too. Me too. Not the me too kind where you're getting sued. But I think many of us we could actually benefit from having some more stamina. And so here's a secret. This isn't illegal. This isn't one of those that, if you're an Olympian, that you're going to get when they do those drug tests on you, you're not going to get caught up from. It's called Eleuthero. I know you was wondering. Yeah, not Eleuthero. We ain't going to the Bahamas. I love the Bahamas. Shout out to the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Listen, it's in my family roots. Listen, I'm talking about Eleuthero. If somebody could drop that in the chat, I'll spell it out. Eleuthero. Eleuthero. Can somebody on mic and just say it with me? Eleuthero. Ready? On to one, two. Eleuthero. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that, brother. Oh Lord, he don't put an I up in there. See, that's just like a Southern person. See, I don't know about y'all, but if you guys enjoy me and GA's energy, y'all don't want to miss Rucking and Bucking today at 7 o'clock Eastern time. We finna let loose. We gonna cut up today. And I'm gonna open the floor soon for y'all, but I just wanted to make sure I gave y'all the major benefits. Major benefits. Eleuthero is that game changer. And the one thing that I like it does like what T.I. say, you can have whatever you like. Hey, I'll be whatever you like. It's an adaptogen, meaning that it can modulate to be what you need in that present moment. Ooh, ooh, wee. Listen, I feel like that'll preach right there. So when you think about your body's stress response cells, because some of y'all, you like to dial 911 all day, every day, which is that stress response in your body. And see, things like Eleuthero can help you modulate that. When it knows you making that prank call, I told y'all before once on Burnt Toast, I used to have a prank call business when I was younger. I was hustling. I was hustling. I was getting that paper though, and I would prank call. But see, some of y'all is prank calling within your body. You're prank calling and dialing 911, and you're not fighting no lion, tiger, or bear, but yet you're not understanding that when we keep dialing 911 in our bodies, there's a price for that. There's a penalty for that. And so Eleuthero can help you be like, hey, I got you. Chill, sis. Chill. Bruh, chill. Listen, there comes a point where you have to understand you must yield in order to heal. And so something like Eleuthero can help you yield. I'm going to say that again. You got to yield so that you can heal. You got to heal that energy issue. You got to heal that thing that's blocking the endurance. You got to yield so that you could heal whatever's blocking that sleep, that good, restful, restorative rest. You got to yield so that you can heal that muscle pain, that back pain. You get what I'm saying? That, listen, your pinky toe hurt, your elbow hurt, that shoulder pain. Listen, some of y'all got headaches, but you refuse to yield. When are we going to do something about our stress? When are we going to do something about our hydration? Listen, Eleuthero can get you in the game and headed in the right direction. I need you to understand the cognitive benefits for this. Some of you, maybe around late morning, your mental clarity starts to wane, maybe in the early afternoon. Eleuthero is that adaptogen that can help you. So I don't know about you, but I'm going to ask that question again. Is there anybody that thinks they could benefit from an herb like this?
Give it to me, that
Hey,
yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Listen, that blue magic, I'm telling you. So my bonus benefit that I'm gonna tell you, and then I want to open up the floor because I want to know what's coming up. And then I'll give you one caveat of who should not be taking this. So some of y'all keep letting big sugar and big pharma, y'all getting flued out. Mm-hmm. If you don't know what it means to get flued out, listen, look it up in the Urban Dictionary. But some of y'all getting flued out. You missing money. You're missing events for your family. You're missing out on things that you'd like to do with your friends. You're missing trips and all of this because you're constantly getting flued out. And here's the thing, an adaptogen, like when you don't make sure that you're modulating cortisol throughout the day, it makes you more prone and likely to get flued out. This is why you keep getting sick. This is why you keep getting sick. So, this can help your soldiers not only just get stronger, but also help your immune system literally like do its own form of a reset that's going to work for your benefit. So, some of y'all, I'm going to ask you and invite you to an opportunity to stop getting flued out. And if you need some assistance, listen, your girl got you. I started my tiny challenges. Listen, 50 minutes on a Saturday morning. Listen, and I even got some early bird specials up in there. So, listen, that early bird special go away. But listen, I got prices that's ranging anywhere from $7.77. You see that 777? Not only is you lucky, but that's that number of completion. So I wanted to make sure that your girl got you. I got you covered if you need that extra support. If you don't, hey, good. Go ahead and find a version of this that's going to help you. So you can get this in tea form. You can get this. Y'all know how I feel about my mushrooms, so I get it with my mushrooms, and then sometimes I get it with my tea. It just depends on the time of year. So like right now, this is the time where I cycle up and I go hard and heavy in the paint with Eleuthero because this is peak season in sports medicine during this time. At post Super Bowl, that's when we get real busy. So guess what? I need to have my stamina up. I have to be able to have my energy and what I call clean energy without those harsh crashes. So this is something I ain't telling you about what I heard. I'm telling you about this is what we do. This is how a lot of athletes get to tap in and have that endurance to get through a halftime, not only just the halftime, but overtime. So if you're looking for a clean energy source, something that can help you with your mental clarity, I'm telling you, check out, do your research on Eleuthero. Listen, just like when you people give you recommendations for a certain restaurant or oh you got to try this chicken place. Listen, don't come up in here telling me about oh 50 oh did you check with your doctor before you bought that Snicker bar? Did you check with your doctor before you bought a bagel? Before you tried this other kind of bread? So don't come up in here telling me about oh check with your doctor to go try a tea. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. Listen, I ain't got time for all that. You can do whatever you want to do because you're grown. But what I am saying is that, like, let's think about some of our behaviors. Let's think about how many different foods that we try without, we ain't going to consult our doctor on that. But yet you're gonna sit up here and say, "Oh, I gotta consult my doctor before I try a tea." Okay, do you, boo? So what I'm saying is think about what naturalistic things that you can get. Now, if you're someone that is allergic to mushrooms, I highly suggest that you stay away from the mushroom versions of Eleuthero, but you can get it in tea form. So there are teas. I personally like traditional medicines. I like their versions. Some of the research that you'll see, we got to have 5011 names. So the street name is called Siberian ginseng. This is not a ginseng. This is truly an herb, but that's just its street name, just so you know. So if you see something that says Siberian ginseng, that's Eleuthero. That's what they talking about. All right. So I want to know what came up. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. If you have out of control high blood pressure or secondary blood pressure, don't fool with this unless you talk to your doctor first. Don't fool with it because I don't know what your sensitivity is to anything that's like caffeinated. So, questions. What came up?
Well, I don't have any problem with caffeinations. My second pot of coffee. Stamina. That's it. Just and you said two words that clicked for me. Uh, just not being tired and cortisol. I'm trying to figure out a way to handle cortisol in a really good way. And yeah, that's what just kind of came up for me, um, because that's the bane of my existence. Because I'm seriously, I mean, I'm trying to be 60 and sexy. You know, I got 5 years. 60 and second. You are. You know, well, I turned 55 this year, so I got 5 more years to get it right. Yeah, I'm trying to make it happen. You know, um, Silver 60 and sexy. That's three S's right there. See what I did? See what I did? But yeah, it's something I'm looking into, and I did mess with you. I put it in the chat, and it does say like Siberian ginseng, but yeah, I'm going to look that up, and I'm going to try the tea version. See what happens.
Yes, sir. And I one quick second, Najami, and I'm gonna come right on over to you. There is, since you are a coffee drinker, I on the weekends I love that there's a blue one by Four Sigmatic, and it has the ashwagandha, which is really really great, and it has the eleuthera. So like I get that modulated clear like energy, but you know, because I love coffee, so if you're a coffee drinker, that's one that you could also look into, GA. Or if you want a non coffee form, highly recommend you just start with the teas. So hopefully that helps your brother. Najami, over to you.
Yeah, so I have heard of it. I took it many moons ago when I was way younger. I haven't taken it in a long time, but what I have been doing, I cook with a lot of mushrooms because I cook medicinally and I also make drinks to enhance your body health. So right now I'm taking Shilajit, which is the Himalayan resin for energy, cellular production, increasing that. So that's a fabulous resin to take. You can get it on Amazon or wherever, but it's from the Himalayas, supposed to be. And a lot of mushrooms, lion's mane, oyster mushrooms. I cook with mushrooms a lot, so I do my best to try to get in the adaptogens. I love ashwagandha. That is a fantastic herb as well to include in your diet to relax your stress. And cholesterol, GA, try some lecithin. Lecithin is excellent in helping with cholesterol issues.
I am a big fan of ashwagandha. Listen, I had tried to get one of my friends GA that sang, and I was like, come on now, somebody need to get in the key of G or something, and let's do a chorus version of ashwagandha, get rid of that stress. Ashwagandha, you see what I'm saying? That's why the Lord ain't blessed me with now voice to be around here singing, but I just thought we could come up with a cute jingle to help people remember. And another one, Najami, I came up with was lion's mane gonna help your brain. Lion's mane gonna help your brain, to help, like, this is how I teach my students to actually memorize a lot of the different things that different adaptogens, you know, do, that you will be able to have like in your personal library to help your athletes get to whatever, you know, next level that they are attempting to get to, or whatever family history that may be impacting them. And so anybody that ever tells me like, oh, Alzheimer's or anything along those lines, or if there's someone that really just needs to be sharp, I always recommend consider lion's mane. And you guys have heard Maria talk about, you've not heard her mention for almost a year now anything about brain fog. So I'm just saying, God has placed so many natural nutrients, and she takes the tea, she gets the tea form, she does the lion's mane tea. So I thank you for that, Najami. Did you have something else you wanted to add, sis?
No, no, no. You're doing a great job, and definitely your kitchen is your medicine, people. Your kitchen, and also for hypertension. When hypertension runs in my family, I don't take hypertension tablets. I refuse to. But what I know is nutmeg, and I know they nickname me nutmeg, but nutmeg works. I have nutmeg on the side of my bed. When I feel my pressure is a bit high, and I chew that sucker. Also, too, ladies, nutmeg is a female Viagra as well. So include nutmeg in your diet all the time.
Not the nutmeg, Niagara, as my aunts call it. But a lot of people don't realize some of one of the benefits that nutmeg has. Hey, you guys, my name is Meg. Yeah, nutmeg. Okay, that's my nickname. If you know, you know. But there are, so think about, I don't know if you guys are in cities where they clean the streets. In South Florida, they have these street sweepers that go up and down like the highways, right? And so when you think about nutmeg and cinnamon and things like cardamom, these are your street sweepers for your arteries. I'm not going to give you a whole anatomy lesson, but I just wanted to paint that parable or a simple like metaphor so that you can kind of get a thing. And this is why I always put nutmeg in my tea along with cinnamon. So, and I think if you can find a blend of the cinnamon and cardamom, listen, that's that 1-2 punch. And you'll also have something that will be working on your benefit as far as like your insulin response and your blood glucose level as well. So I love the street sweeping effect of nutmeg and cinnamon. I'm glad that you brought that up. I think I'll have that in one of my Medicinal Monday lessons, and really just break down all the bennies that you get out of nutmeg. So as we wind down, we got 9 minutes here. Love to open the floor. Is there anything else that came up, for any of you guys from the segment today? We're talking about herbs, we're talking about natural forms of being able to help your body help you. And I think that I really, really want you to get that yielding part. Listen, you gotta yield so that your body can heal. Somebody out there, y'all struggling with sleep, and you don't realize that you need to yield. You need to yield. Sleep is not a punishment. It's God's way of replenishing all of the things. There's so much work going on while you're sleeping. Your mind you'd be baffled at how much work is being put into healing you from the day's work and also helping your body. We're designed to be centenarians. And my brother say, listen, he gonna show enough be that sexy silver fox. That's what I'm talking about at 60. Listen, he getting it in right now. This is why y'all need to come back. Cause me and GA, we finna set, listen, we finna show out at 7 o'clock. Two only children, we rucking and bucking the night. So I hope that you guys are, just in really taking your time to, you know, think about the things that are coming forth out of Breakfast with Champions, the motivation, the inspiration. And this is more of an educational type segment. Listen, stop turning over and acting like your life is just the B side and, oh, it doesn't matter. It does matter. Dr. King said, always know that you count. Always know that you matter. He said the time is right to do what's right. And I say your health is what's right. So the time is always right to do your health. Let's go. You can do this. We need you. There is a voice. I heard that. I love what Favor said. He said, there's your voice is unique. There's someone specifically that needs to hear from you and need to hear it the way that you are going to say it and bring it about. We need you in this world. Please, please, please exit that pipeline to a premature grave. Listen, Eleuthero is an adaptogen that can help you manage that stress. Stress is something that you got to manage. Just like water, like you got to practice. Water can heal you or kill you. Listen, stress can heal you or kill you. It's real simple. You can drown in stress, just like you can drown in water. And that, when I put it like that, for people to be able to get it, stress is your friend, just like water is your friend. But you FAFO, listen, and you'll end up stuck like Chuck, and ain't no pickup truck coming to get you. I need you to understand you can win. Hear me, sis. Hear me, bruh. You can win in your health. You don't have to be afraid of all the noise that's out there. Think about adaptogens. Don't go to war against stress. What you need to do is modulate it. Adaptogens help you modulate it. Now, ideally with Eleuthero, this is something that I prefer you to take it around the morning, early afternoon hours. If you're looking for an adaptogen towards the evening, this is where I brought up the whole thing of reishi, and I brought up ashwagandha as an alternative for those who are allergic to mushrooms and can't have mushrooms. You know what? I think ashwagandha will be apropos for us to talk about next week. So the floor is open. We got 6 minutes. What's coming up? What's on your heart? Let's go.
More important seaweed that people can incorporate in their diet, which people don't tend to do a lot. Irish moss or sea moss, that has 92 almost 98% of the amino acids needed for the brain and gut health as well. So incorporate sea moss. You can put it in your teas, in your soups. I get mine from a company called Organic Nature, and I try to promote the company, but their sea moss is very good, and they got tablets as well. But incorporate sea moss, especially as we're getting older, our muscles tend to atrophy. So sea moss helps to help prevent that. I just wanted to share that. Thanks.
Yes, yes, yes. I think I saw somebody else on mic. I just wanted to underline what she said about your muscles. We call it muscle wasting. So like when you don't use it, like I'm telling you for a fact, I'm telling you the health science behind it. Your body will start to like waste away. It does that. It will literally, okay, we don't need this. If let's say for instance, GA, your brain is like a 10,000 square feet house and you're only using, let's say, 5,000 square feet. After a certain period of time, your body's gonna be like, oh, okay, so GA don't need, the 10,000 square feet. So let's go ahead and let's start to waste. Basically, let's do demolition and downsize. And that's what will happen when you think about your muscles, you think about your bones. This is why I'm such a big believer in rucking. You could be rucking while you're sitting here. Like during your tasks, while you're working during the day, like while you going to the grocery store. I'm gonna really tap into some more benefits tonight. So you don't want to miss that conversation. But I need you to understand, like your muscles will start to, they will downsize, and you do not want that. This is why, when people fall as they age, why that ends up being the thing that can take them out in their lives is people don't realize your bones don't have to become overporous. Like your muscles don't have to waste. There are simple things that you can do to let your body know, like, hey, no, please don't downsize. I still want my 10,000 square feet. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Najami said that. Who's next? I saw somebody else on mic.
I was just saying, I don't know how you can be born in the 70s and be allergic to mushrooms, but anyway.
Dora, what was going on, Dora? Oh no. Oh no. There's a lot of shrooms going around that time when they was having us, right? Gen Xers. Ah. Absolutely love that. Who else? Who else? The floor is open, y'all. Questions or anything related to it. I hope that you guys, really walk away with understanding that we have to invest in the house that houses us. And this is why I'm so glad that me and GA have come together to really do this series of Ruckin' and Buckin, because we really truly can, like, health and wealth does go hand in hand, and that there's so many things, unconventional ways that we can help the house that houses us. And there's so many unconventional investments that we can do that can help the house that houses us. And so I'm just so grateful for the opportunity. And I'm glad that I have the time now to be able to come and pop in and do Medicinal Mondays. And so I hope that you guys have been enjoying it. Um, so we invite you to come back at 7 o'clock tonight for Ruckin' and Buckin' and BWC.
Don't come back. We because what I know one of the things that I think that people haven't really clicked together is the health and the wealth. And the thing is, especially with what I do, if my brain isn't together, then I don't make good decisions when it comes to wealth. When it comes to wealth. If my health isn't together, and one of the struggles, I was go come off mic and say, "Health, get out of there." Talking about sleep, get out of there, get out of there, get off my street. That's what I struggle with. But you can't make sound decisions, and if your body isn't equal, if you aren't taking care of your body, then you don't make good financial decisions. And tonight, I'm going to share some ways that you probably have never even thought about or heard of, that you can create streams of income, and all it takes is a little bit of time. That's all it takes. I'm just trying to tell you, you don't want to miss it.
Ooh, wee. Y'all see how that little teaser? Y'all see that little teaser that my brother put out there? I want to thank everyone on stage for being here. Marla, thank you. She's been rocking out all morning. Aiden and Maisha, Devi, and Nachami and Judith and Dr. EP, Tiffany. So good to see you. Maria, I see you guys in the listening lounge. I love it. Thank y'all so much for being here at the Breakfast with Champions. I see Mama B, Michelle, Sandra, Kamisha, Bizrat, Daniel, Tina, Miguel, the boss, um, April, Ashley, Denise, Doctor, Sister Girl, Vicky, Amanda, Manu, Jackie, and Migdalia. So, if all hearts and minds are clear, wait, I miss Nas and Rico. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you for joining me. If you need a little assistance or you just want to have a little sense of community, listen, you back on track. You guys can click the link above my head. We have a tiny challenge happening this Saturday, and we also have one happening on the 25th. And then we will also have a master class that you will get to come to on my grandmother's birthday. So I'm super, super excited. And definitely excited for the opportunity to help you guys get back on track. And it's easier for me to do some one on one and help you cultivate something that can help you. There's simple tweaks that you can do, there's simple strategies and techniques that you guys may not be aware of that people like me never really come from behind the scenes because we're usually just too busy to do so, that I love sharing with the masses. So you don't have to be an athlete to get help from me. So, um, if all hearts and minds are clear, we're gonna go ahead and count it down, GA. Unless there's anything else, did I miss anything? Final call.
Final call, you got it all.
Health.
Go for it, Judith.
This is Judith. You know, um
7 o'clock. Yes, ma'am. So 6 o'clock your time, I believe.
yeah, 6 o'clock my time. Okay, now
Whoop whoop. Well, me and GA, listen, we ain't come to play. Well, yeah, we gonna play a little. Y'all gonna have fun. You gonna laugh, but you're gonna learn a lot. You gonna learn a lot. I'm telling you, GA really like we have more time in the evening to really kind of go for it. So we're not like confined to, trying to stick within a 25 or 30 minute, time frame. So, if you got your questions, if you just want to come and laugh and or just want to be a fly on the wall, I'm telling you, me and GA, we rucking and bucking tonight. We going in. Listen, we finna cross over. We got to cross over. Practice? You talking about practice? So, okay, so this is what happens when, I have too much mushroom coffee, you guys. I get a little giddy. So, thank you guys, and we look forward to seeing you tonight. Listen, we want to see that bright, shining face in the place. 7 p.m. right here in the Breakfast with Champions with Shawnte and GA. We rocking and bucking. Hey, we extending your life. Let's go. I love you guys, and we want to see you win. Hakuna Matata. 5. You can unmic and wish everybody a arrivederci. 4.
Have a good morning, guys.
3. Hakuna Matata. 2. You count and you matter. 1. Have a good day. That's all, folks.